Okay, so I have loosely stitched the grab handle to the placket. Now I've put my plackets back together because for when I go to do this side, instead of measuring it, I'm going to just exactly match up how each end is. I want this end to match up where this tote strap handle, grab handle is going to be. And if I measure it again, it'll probably be off because this isn't a perfect bag. So I'm just going to eyeball it, and clip it down, and loosely sew this handle to this placket as well. Okay, so the straps are attached to the plackets now. Okay, and my next step is going to be to tinker around with the mommy pocket. I've already taken the elastics out. Again, I'm going to take this clip out, put this clip in. I'm going to put this pocket here. Hopefully it goes better than my last one did. Yeah, oh, and I'll probably put chopstick elastics up top. That'll be the last thing I do before we actually put the plackets in. Sew it shut, call it a day. Alright, I'll show you how that turns out. Okay, so the mommy pocket has been modified and it is all done. I added the elastics up here. I put in the different key fob, put the pocket there, done skis. Now we're going to sew the placket into the top opening, and I've already done that with part of one just to show you what I do. I take and I sew it to the liner first, just short. It doesn't have to be totally even attached, just to hold it in place. You can't really tell, but I've only sewn from like here to here. And I just kind of eyeballed where I was going to put it. And then I took my clover clips, clipped it in place, and then, like I said, just a real short stitch. Now what I'll do is I'll go back and sew one line, one continuous line all the way down, however many layers that is. I guess we're going to call that 3 layers. So the outer, the placket, and the liner all together in one line. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to go super slow over my little tote strap grab handle parts just so I don't break a needle. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you the results. Okay, the football game's on in the background, so I apologize for the noise now. But that was quite hard on my machine to sew that over these thick parts. It's a good thing I don't record while I'm actually sewing because there was a lot of cussing that time. But I actually just decided to walk the foot across myself, hand cranking it, and we got through it just fine. But now the next thing I'm going to do is sew it down. Sew the placket down so that so it doesn't pooch up really high like that, so that it sits down in the bag more flattish. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that yet. I don't know if I'm going to do a solid line across or just, I'm probably going to do a solid line across, skip the bar, solid line, skip this bar, solid line, just so that my machine doesn't hate me. We'll see how that works. I will let you guys know, but it's going to basically go flat down like that. Okay. Okay, so I sewed the flap down and you can see how it's going into the bag more. So when it zips, it's going to stay like this flat a little bit, just a little bit neater. But I gotta tell you, my machine was not happy sewing over these parts. It was just too thick. I have a newer, fancier machine, and honestly, I wish I would have kept my old Kenmore. That was super strong and super tough, but whatever, we can get through it. So what I did is I sewed here, stopped, sewed here, stopped, and then sewed here, just to get this look. You don't have to do that, but I think that's just how I like it to look. Again, this is just kind of an extra step. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the other side, and our bag will be done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you the finished product. Alright, I'm all done. So there it is. You can see this one, this side's a little bit bigger than this side, so that is just a little bit of character for this bag. But I like the way that when it's sitting down like this, the placket sits in the bag instead of pooching up high like that. That was the point of sewing, taking that extra step and sewing this folding down. My last step is going to sew my little closure over this tab, and then this bag is all done. I hope this was able to help someone out there.